You sit on the edge of your bed at 2 in the morning, bathed in the soft blue glow of your laptop screen. You are 29 years old, working a mid-level analyst job that pays just enough to keep you comfortable, but never enough to make you feel free. Right now, your dashboard displays a portfolio balance of $340,000. 3 months ago, your entire savings amounted to less than $12,000. You take a slow sip of lukewarm coffee and smile to yourself. You believe you have finally cracked the code of modern wealth, convinced that you are simply smarter than everyone else waking up for a 9 to 5. It didn't start with a reckless gamble. It started on a rainy Tuesday evening when a recommended video appeared on your feed. A man in a tailored linen shirt stood on a balcony overlooking the ocean, speaking softly into a microphone. He didn't shout, flash stacks of cash, or make cheap promises. He spoke with a steady, hypnotic calm, calling himself Marcus. Marcus framed himself not as a day trader, but as a mentor teaching sovereign wealth and breaking free from a system designed to keep ordinary workers stuck. He posted transparent breakdowns of his trades, making success look like a natural law available to anyone disciplined enough to follow his vision. You watched from the sidelines for weeks. When 3 of his free predictions played out accurately, your natural skepticism began to feel like timidity. You told yourself that remaining overly cautious was just a subtle form of self-sabotage. That night, you paid the $400 monthly fee for access to his private encrypted channel. The private group felt like entering a secret vault, complete with encrypted chat rooms, daily voice notes at dawn, and a community validating every market movement. When Marcus dropped his first trade signal, a low-cap token with an ambitious roadmap, you invested $2,000. Within 48 hours, the value doubled. You withdrew your principal and left the profit running, feeling like a disciplined professional who had successfully managed risk. That initial win shifted your mindset. The chat room erupted with congratulations, and Marcus himself shared a screenshot of the group's collective gains with a short note. Control the asset, control your time. For the first time in years, you felt real momentum. When the next signal arrived 2 weeks later, $2,000 felt far too modest. You transferred $10,000, nearly everything in your savings, into the trade. When that token surged 40% over a long weekend, your perception of risk completely dissolved. By the second month, Marcus announced an exclusive seed allocation. It was an unlisted token accessible only through a custom portal for top supporters, requiring a $50,000 minimum entry. You didn't have that in cash, but you had a strong credit score and a pre-approved personal loan offer sitting in your inbox. Reasoning that the loan was a temporary 72-hour bridge until the public launch, you signed the paperwork on your lunch break. When you deposited the funds into the portal, your account balance surged almost immediately. Marcus hosted a late-night call, urging the group to lock their holdings into a high-yield protocol vault to maximize returns before public listing. You locked your entire portfolio for 30 days without hesitation, even adding $15,000 more from your credit cards. You were already calculating your net worth and drafting your resignation letter. The turn was deceptively quiet. It arrived on a Thursday afternoon while you were sitting at your desk at work. You opened the platform to check your daily yield, but the screen lingered on a blank white page before displaying a gateway error. You refreshed the browser, only to see empty dashes where your balance used to be. A cold sensation settled in your chest, but you quickly suppressed it. System updates happened all the time. You opened the private messaging app, but the channel was set to read only. A single pinned message from Marcus read, "Market anomaly detected. Emergency liquidity stabilization in progress. Withdrawals paused for user security. Remain calm." You sent a direct message to Marcus. It stayed unread. You reached out to a moderator, but your account was instantly removed from the member directory. You sat at your desk, telling yourself there was a logical explanation and that the system would be fully restored by morning. When you woke up the next morning, the private channel had vanished. The web domain returned an inactive server page, and Marcus's social media profiles were completely deleted. The digital ledger showed that the funds had been routed through automated obfuscation tools and split into thousands of unverified wallets within hours. The $340,000 on your screen was never real liquidity. It was a calibrated display on a closed interface, designed to keep you feeding real capital into a ghost network. What remained was entirely real. The first payment on your $50,000 personal loan was due in less than a week. Your credit cards were maxed out. Your primary bank account held $82. In the months that followed, the true cost settled in. It wasn't just the relentless calls from debt collectors or the quiet stress of restructuring your life. It was the humiliation lingering in the mirror. You had not been undone by complex market mechanics, but by your own eagerness to believe you were special, that you had found a back door out of ordinary life. You realize now that he never taught you how to trade. He only taught you how to surrender.